Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, January 8th, and tonight we're going to talk about the Dead Sea coming to life. If you've listened to me over the last 3-4 months, there's been a number of times I've talked about the fact that we are at the time of the end. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's so many symbols. Here's another one. The Dead Sea coming to life. It was prophesied by God through the prophet Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 47. Then he brought me back to the door of the house. What house? The house of the temple. Behold, water was flowing out from under the threshold of the house eastward. Now, Jesus is sitting on the throne now. You got to remember that. For the front of the house faced east. The water was flowing down under the right side of the house, south of the altar. And I didn't put this all in here because I don't have enough time in shorts. But it actually, even though I use more than I say I'm going to. So every 800 cubits, we see that the water gets deeper. It starts out at his ankles, then it goes to his knees, then it goes to his waist, then it goes to a level where no one can cross. And it's filling the north end of the Dead Sea, purifying it. Then he said to me, these waters go out toward the eastern region. Sorry, I forgot to turn it white. He said to me, have you seen this, son of man? He's talking to Ezekiel. Then he brought me back to the bank of the river. When I had returned, behold, there were very many trees, one on each side of the river, along the bank of the river. Now we're starting to see life coming about. It will be that every living creature that swarms will live in wherever the river goes. There will be a very great multitude of fish because this water goes there and makes the salt water fresh. So and that is happening now. I didn't include all the pictures, but there are ponds popping up next to the Dead Sea, and they don't know how they're happening, but there's fish in them. And I didn't put a lot in here, but it says that every fish found in the Mediterranean Sea will be in the Dead Sea during the millennial reign. Every one. And it says that there will be fishermen who spread their nets all the way from En-Gedi to En-Glean, which is the very northernmost city in the Dead Sea, to one that's halfway down to the end of the Dead Sea. And that right now has a barrier. The water level is actually sinking, and a wall is coming up, dividing the north and the south end. If you look at satellite pictures of it, I used to include this, but I don't have time. That the water on the north end and the south end are being separated now. Ezekiel said that the south end shall become a salt marsh. It already is. And there's not fish yet, but there's seaweed and all kinds of life that their scuba divers are now finding in the bottom of the Dead Sea that are alive. We are preparing to see Jesus come to sit on the throne during at the end of the tribulation, and life will come to the Dead Sea. Appreciate you tuning in. StreetlightGR.com at Facebook, YouTube, Streetlight Bible Study 4006. Please bless others and be a blessing. Share the good news with them. I don't want to see anyone go to hell, and neither does God, and neither should you. None of us should. So that's where we're at. And I hope you have good luck speaking to others. Even if you don't, keep speaking. I can tell you I've seen more people come to Christ in Speedway than I have in most churches that I've attended in my whole life. People are hungry. People are afraid. Even non-believers know that something is not right. So be a blessing and bless others. Thank you. Have a good night. See you in a week.